Hey guys, it's Stephanie with Simarchy and welcome to a speed build of a large suburban family home. It is a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom, I believe. Pretty decently sized house. It does have kind of a small yard for what it is, but I'm very excited to show it to you because I think I have finally embraced the fact that I just like building family homes. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Stephanie, also known as Simarchy. I am a self-proclaimed mermaid obsessed with The Sims. I had gone on a little hiatus from the game, but I am back, I think, hopefully in full force now. I needed a little bit of break time. I play Animal Crossing every day, Monday through Friday on my main channel, which is actually a Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Simarchy. It's a Twitch live stream, and we're trying to keep this channel all Sims for you guys. And I just have finally come to terms with the fact that I love building family homes. I was getting a little bit bored of building the same house over and over again, but it's what I like to do. I love just creating stories in my head of who lives here, giving them a beautiful home, something that you guys could probably, hopefully download and use in your gameplay. And I hope that's good enough. I'll be doing some build challenges here and there once in a while as well to kind of diversify the content, but I really think I am happiest just doing these suburban homes. I will try to make them as different as possible on the inside, even though they usually end up looking pretty similar on the outside. I'll try to vary up my landscaping and things like that. But first of all, let me know what you think. And second of all, let me know what you think of the titles. That I think is the hardest part. I never know what to call these. I'm still working with the title in my head. I mean, calling it a large suburban family home is pretty much the title of every house I ever build. So I'm gonna have to get creative. What do you guys think? Should we give it a title maybe more based around the family? Like maybe say like a family with 5 kids lives here or something like that? Or should we just make up an address and call it, I don't know, 123 Whimsy Way? I'm so bad at that, but if you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments below. Also, if you're new here, did I just introduce myself? I don't know. If I did, let's do it again. And if I didn't, hello, I'm a self-proclaimed mermaid. I love seahorses, unicorns, rainbows, kittens, and the color pink, which is just a little bit about myself so you can know about me and my aesthetic. And of course, my gameplay style in The Sims, when I do play, which I usually just build, is having families. That's what I love to do. That's probably why I like to build family homes so much. I love to create a couple, sometimes a single parent, have them have a child, raise that child, teach them all their skills, have them grow up in a beautiful home, expand the home as I go on. So that's really what what I represent when I build as well. So this house, I actually did this in 2 parts, which I usually don't do. I usually build an entire house in one sitting, but I was inspired to build the shell, and then I think this sat for a couple weeks before I came back to it and furnished it. And I furnished it all in one sitting, which was a lot, because usually when I have a big home like this, I will actually skimp out on some of the clutter just so I can get it done quickly. But I really spent a lot of time thinking about each room and what I wanted it to look like. So I definitely spent a little bit longer than usual on this one, which I hope shows and reflects in the build. And I even put some columns around the outside. I haven't been using columns very much lately because there's been a few weird things going on with The Sims and glitches. They definitely changed the way that columns work, so I don't use them under roofs very often. I don't like using them in combination with fences very often. The half walls are fine, but the fences, they do this weird glitch thing where I think they used to seamlessly blend into any fence, and now they don't, ever since they did the update where they go 2 stories, like you could stretch the columns up. Also, they don't copy and paste, like you used to be able to hold shift and just keep placing the columns. Now you have to reselect it every time. Just a few little things like that that have made them kind of annoying to use, but I wanted to break up this house a little bit since it was very blue and gray on the outside. I wanted to put just a little bit of detail there. And usually when I do my floor plans like this, I go through and decide kind of what every room is going to be at the beginning, so that when it is time to decorate, you know, it's pretty obvious what I was thinking. I'll put a bed in a bedroom, a tub in a bathroom, fridge in the kitchen. And with something like this where I did spend a couple weeks away from it and came back to the shell, it was super cool to just open up the game, look at the build, and already have all the rooms planned out for me, which I love doing floor plans. That's probably my second favorite thing about building. Yeah, I would say I'd say my first favorite thing about building is doing the outside and the shell and the landscaping. And then my second favorite is doing the floor plan, which I know some people struggle with those, but that's always come really natural to me. It's always come really easy. I can see a house and immediately decide what the room's gonna be, what's gonna go in what corner. And we used to do we used to do a furnish challenge on my channel, my Twitch channel called Furnish Me, where I would build the shell, and I would do the landscaping, and I would lay out the floor plan, and then I would turn it over to you guys to furnish, because that's my least favorite part. And that became like this huge thing on my channel. Furnish Me was my baby. It was my favorite thing I've ever created, my favorite challenge I've ever created, and it was so much fun to see that evolve. We started off with a couple people submitting houses every week, and it eventually shot up to over 100 houses a week. That's when it started getting overwhelming, and I couldn't do it anymore because I would tour every single house. The rules were, if you submitted it before the deadline, I would tour it live on my channel. And we got to the point where we were doing some streams that were 12, 13, 14 hours long just to get the content in there. I didn't want anyone to feel left out or behind, and that started taking a toll on me. And that was when I made the first big shift on my Twitch channel, to not have planned out content anymore, just to kind of start off each day fresh, do what I feel like doing that day, which was mostly just family home builds, and that got a little stale after a while. So that's why we're kind of reviving it here on YouTube. I'm hoping that with different families and different stories to go along with them, it'll be a little bit more easier and fun to digest this type of repetitive content, if that's your thing. If not, I understand. Again, I will be doing some build challenges here and there to break it up as well. Now, I didn't technically create the family. If you guys want me to start doing that, I can. That way I can show you like quickly who actually lives here, or maybe even at the end with screenshots. It's not something I normally do when I build, but if you guys prefer to see that, definitely let me know. And I am going to try to talk about the house a little bit, unless my mind goes somewhere else and I start going on some weird tangent or rant or ramble, which I often do. But I'm going to try really super hard to concentrate and talk about what I was thinking when I was building these, because I know with the speed builds, they go super quickly, especially one like this that was so long to do. I fast forwarded the time like a little bit more than I normally would. So I know some people prefer the real-time builds because I could tell you what I'm thinking, but hopefully me just talking about it while looking at the speed build helps. So I decided to, again, not overthink it too much, just kind of go with what I would naturally build if I was building for a family that I was playing with. And I picked the Parenthood kitchen because in my opinion, that is the best kitchen out of every pack that we have in this entire series. Parenthood is by far, to me, the best kitchen, and blue and pink are my two favorite colors. So I definitely wanted to go with something that just felt natural to me. There's lots of blue accessories. Blue and white, I think, pop very nicely. And then here in the living room, which I kept it a very open plan, I did put the half wall divider there just to section it off a bit, because I do like a distinction of the rooms, especially because I normally build more traditional than modern. I still like the room to kind of be like sectioned off on its own, but I still wanted it to be open. So I just put that half wall there, and I kept the living room very cozy. It's actually a big living room, but I I kind of smushed everything around the TV there to make it look like it's more cozy and the family hangs out there. And then the kind of outskirts of the living room, I just put things like the storage shelves, the bookshelves, the dresser, things like that. And I definitely, like I said, I went with the clutter. I tried not to think about it too much. I was just putting things up there to fill up the space so it didn't look so empty, because I really feel like cluttering a house makes it look more realistic and more lived in, and adds some personality, makes you really think about the people that live there. And you'll also notice I usually do the wallpaper last. I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing. In my head, I do it that way because I really want to concentrate on the furniture and what goes in there, and then use the wallpaper to tie it all in together. And we do have a decent amount of wallpaper choices, so it's not like I can never find one to go with what I created. So I usually do the wallpaper and the flooring at the very, very end, where I know some people do it completely backwards. But that cute living room was actually beige, which again isn't a color I normally do, but I'm trying to experiment a little bit to get out of my bubble here. Although the living room, the dining room is back to my comfort zone of blue. But I like mixing a little bit of the dark blue in there. It almost sort of has like a nautical feel to it. I don't remember if I used nautical paintings in here, but it definitely, oh, I did. The little ships and the sailboats and stuff. Definitely felt like a beachy vibe from here, something like you would see on a boat. I don't know. So that's what I went with, and I try to keep the flooring the same throughout the kitchen, dining room, and living room, so it looks like it's very cohesive, even though my house in real life, every room's different. yeah, my living room has different flooring than my kitchen, which is different than my bathroom, which is different than my bedroom, which is, it's all different. But if I can help it, I try to make it look as cohesive as I can. And this bathroom is a little bit bigger than I'm used to building. I have been trying to make the bathrooms a bit bigger because I do love building bathrooms. For some reason, I feel like they're very, I don't know what the right word is, like relaxing. Bathrooms are they're a relaxing place to me. So to be able to make it a little bit bigger and have a little counter with some stuff on it and have room for a regular toilet and a toddler potty, since I like making families, you know, got to think about the toddlers. It gave me a little bit more room for some creativity, and I think I'm going to try to stick with that. Unless it's a super small build, I'm going to try to give the bathrooms a little bit more substance since I do like making them so much. And the yard is small on this build. That's the only thing that I'm not crazy about. With such a big house and such a big family, I might have preferred a bigger yard. So what you can actually do if you download this, which you can download it through my gallery, Simarchy123, or hashtag Simarchy, you can download the house and put it on a bigger lot and just expand the backyard, like maybe take down the fencing in the back and just make it bigger. That way you'll have some more room. But I did try to keep the kids into consideration, so even though we have this cozy little seating area and the barbecue grill, I'm pretty sure I put a swing set. Yeah, I put a swing set out here. I tried to fit a jungle gym, but it didn't quite work, and a little pool and a little toddler slide and a dollhouse. So there's enough for the kids to come out here and have some fun. I didn't player test it, but if that slide does, you know, encroach, is that a word, onto the swing set a little too much, you could definitely pull it backwards. Now, I had a hard time with these desks in our study, and I don't know why. They're super cute, but when you put a computer there, as you saw, the keyboard hangs off of it because it's not straight, it's like curved. I would have loved to use those, but it didn't quite work with the computers. I'm sure there's some sort of like trick I could have done to, I don't know, the computer's only slot on certain surfaces, so I didn't want to mess with it too much. I just changed the desks out, but it's okay because I ended up bringing a little bit more color to the room by doing that anyways. I didn't want it to feel like a very stuffy grown-up office. I wanted it to feel like the kids could come here, do their homework, do some activities, read a book, plan out their, you know, whatever they're doing, their sports games, plan out their chores. It didn't have to be, you know, super sophisticated study. So it's definitely more targeted towards the children. And it looks like now we're making our way upstairs into the bedrooms, which are always my favorite part. Oh no, never mind, I lied. We still got 2 rooms downstairs. I forgot how big I made this house. I actually had room to do a dedicated laundry room, which I don't get to do very often. But laundry day is actually one of my favorite stuff packs ever. If I had to rank my favorite packs, it would be, you already know, Parenthood's my favorite game pack, laundry is my favorite stuff pack, and Cats and Dogs is my favorite expansion pack. So Cats and Dogs, laundry, and Parenthood, match made in heaven. Those 3 together, you could build the best houses ever. Very homey, very cozy, very lived in, very realistic. You could have your laundry room, your pets, your kids, everyone's taken care of. And again, that's like my absolute favorite thing to do. So I'm really happy being able to do a fully functioning laundry room. And I made a guest room too. So this house is big enough to have your entire family. I believe you could do at least 8 Sims in here. I don't know if you play with mods and add more, but I'm pretty sure 8 Sims is no problem. And you could use the guest room for whatever you like. Obviously, you're gonna have to move that suitcase that's sitting on the bed because that goes through the bed. I don't think the Sims will actually be able to use that bed. I definitely build more towards, sometimes I build more towards aesthetic than functionality because I don't really gameplay. Like I said earlier, I mostly just like to build. So there might be a few little tweaks here and there you have to do if you download one of my houses, but for the most part, I make sure that they're pretty navigatable. Is that a right word? You can navigate through them easily. So we have the guest room, and you could change that. You could change that to a kid's room. If you want to add more kids, you can make it the grandparents' bedroom. There's lots of things you could do with it. Aunt and uncle could live there. The parents can be downstairs and have all the kids upstairs. There's lots and lots of ways that you can reconfigure that if you like it. And I did 2 more bathrooms upstairs. So like I said, it's a 3 bathroom, 5 bedroom, which is super, super nice because I was able to put another big bathroom upstairs. I kept the little one for toddlers. I know it's going by kind of quickly. You'll see it way better in the screenshots at the end, but I made it more for toddlers because it doesn't have a regular toilet. It just has a tub, a toddler potty, and a sink. And then this one I figured was more of like the family bathroom that everyone kind of uses and shares. Maybe the parents stick to the one downstairs and let the kids use the one upstairs. Not sure how that works out, but they have plenty of options. They have 3 different options if they want to go to the bathroom. And I worked on the hallway a little bit here too, adding a few closets. I thought it felt a little bit empty. So the closets can be used in place of a dresser, which I'm pretty sure I gave everyone a dresser anyways. And I put a hamper in both the bathroom, one bathroom, I think 1 or 2 bathrooms, and the laundry room. So that might not be enough hampers. Oops, sorry, cracked my knuckle. It might not be enough. You might want to add a couple of hampers in the kids' room. I probably should have done that. Didn't think about that till just now. So that might be something else you want to change, just a tiny little thing. And now we're working on the teens' bedroom, which I had so much fun with this. Again, I was really thinking about who lived here, and in my head, it's 2 teens. They're kind of opposite. One's a little bit more girly and likes the color pink and likes dolls and dressing up and things like that. And then the other one is a little bit more gothic and maybe a bit emo and more into music, even a little bit of like science. They're kind of all over the place. They like music and science and galaxy stuff. So they're not exactly the same. They definitely have their own taste and their own interests. So I try to really reflect that with their sides of the room. And then they meet together with the void critters in the middle, the void critter machine that they could play together if they want. Maybe they get along sometimes. My sister and I were like that. There were some things that we totally got along together, and some things that you could not tell us different. We'd be like, nope, I will never do that. Like my sister was super popular. She had lots of friends. I was a big loner. I got bullied a lot. Not a lot of people talked to me. They had really weird assumptions about me that weren't true because of the way that I looked, because I had green hair and piercings and dressed in like a band t-shirt and stuff. So they assumed all these things about me that wasn't true. And so we were completely opposite, but we did connect. She was nice to me though. She would still tell people like, you know, that's my sister, be nice to her. But we went to different schools for most of our lives. But when we got older, we went to a lot of concerts together. So we definitely bonded over music. We had pretty similar music tastes. So we would go to shows together. I remember I took her to see her favorite band, Sum 41, and I told them it was her birthday because it was, and she got to kiss the lead singer on her birthday, which was super cool. Like he ran up and gave her a kiss because they told them it was her birthday and her first concert. So we definitely connected more on music than anything else. So we were pretty opposite, but we definitely had our own bedrooms. Like we had our own spaces. I can't even remember a time we ever had to share a bedroom. And it went by super quickly because I went into story time. I told you I might go on a little off ramble here and there, but the toddler room is super cute, and the toddler bed is one of my favorite beds. It came with Eco Lifestyle. So did this bed. This bed's kind of grown on me. I didn't like it at first, but it is really cozy and comfy looking. I didn't like that it looked like it was all stitched together, but I'm trying to think of it more as a bunch of different blankets layered over each other instead of Frankenstein together, and it's growing on me. But the toddler bed that came with that pack is so whimsical and cute and perfect. And I made sure to put a crib as well, a baby's crib, so that room can be multifunctional. You could either have a toddler and a baby, or you can have a baby and then when it grows into a toddler, they already have their room set for them. And last, we have another kid's room. So the teen room was the kind of galaxy versus girly side, and then this kid's room, I almost think maybe twins would live here. I think these two really get along. They have the same taste, they like the same colors, they like the same toys, they're able to share a room without much fighting. They both like to do puppet shows, so they're gonna have a little puppet theater here. I gave them a little crafting area outside and a block. They're very artistic. They love everything like plays and drawing and making art and building things, playing with Legos. So they definitely can share a space more easily. And we're in the screenshots, yay! I feel like I could have slowed that down a little bit. If that was a little too fast for you, let me know in the future. I'll try to go to like 700 speed instead of 800 times speed. But the screenshots are probably what most people appreciate the most. So there was a shot of our beautiful living room and kitchen. Here's the beautiful study for the kids to play in as well. Our gorgeous dining room, very coastal looking in there. Here is the downstairs bathroom that is big enough for the entire family. I think I have a potty and a toilet down there. Our our very well used laundry room. There's a shot of the guest room with the suitcases, like the blues in there. And then our master bedroom, which has a little bit more greenish, a little bit more mint green color to it. There's our twins, in my head, twins room. And the hallway. The hallway I thought came out nice. I just wanted to make it a nice little neutral space. Here's a shot of the upstairs bathroom. You could definitely put a toddler potty in here too if you really wanted more room. And then there is a super cute toddler and baby room. Love the purple in there. Now we're into the teens room, and I hope you guys enjoyed this build. I really had fun making it. Let me know if you still like the family homes. Let me know if you like the little stories to go along with them. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my next video. Make sure to comment, make sure to like, and join me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Simarchy if you want to play some Animal Crossing with me. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye! Wait guys, before you go anywhere, don't forget to click over here to watch new videos and click on my face when I disappear to subscribe.